Welcome to Bathurst Club Evaluation and International Speech Contest. We'll be starting tonight with our evaluation contest. We have a guest speaker all the way from Orange Club who will give his target speech. So would you please welcome Bathurst Nordine. Do you have a title for your speech? Do you have a title?
Yes.
What's it?
Positive parenting.
So, with his speech entitled Positive Parenting, please welcome the father.
How many of you are parents? I'm sure you have families and friends, or even neighbors. You must have seen the way they bring up their children. I want you to take a second to look at this picture. It's a bit haunting, not pleasant to see, isn't it? I want you to look at this picture. Such a joyful parent. Seems really happy. Positive parenting is something that I'm really keen in talking about. Since this topic is really big, I'm going to focus on three major important points that I believe would be crucial for us to have a bit of an awareness about positive parenting. I have a little nephew, 2.5 years old, back in England. His name is Akib. My cousin used to take him to her friend's house, which is only 10 minutes walking away distance. When she used to go, she used to grab the little branch from the street, which is obstructing the way. She grabs that and then puts that aside. And she actually did that a couple of times. One day, she was walking again with Akib to her friend's house. And all of a sudden, Akib's told Mom, stop. And when he ran, guess what he did? He actually grabbed a little broken branch and puts that aside, ran back to his mom and hugged her. She was stunned and shocked about this act because he barely speaks because he's only 2.5 years old. Child psychologists recommend the parents to spend quality time with the children. If I ask you what quality time means to you, you may think, well, it sounds really interesting, really posh, but what is it? What they say, the quality time is something on a regular basis that we need to spend time with our children whilst shutting ourselves down from our own little world and concentrating 100% with that child. What that means is no mobile phones, no television. I want you to imagine a situation. You come from work. What do we like to do? We like to relax. We don't want any sort of disturbance. We want to just chill out in our couch, having a nice dinner while watching telly. If the child comes to you and talks to you about anything, you will be listening, but you're not actually paying the full attention to the child. So that's what they actually mean by spending quality time with the children. There's another nephew of mine, Arsalan. He can be naughty sometimes. My cousin was really busy on a day, and she was really engaged with the house chores, cleaning up and cooking and everything. She was in an utmost frustration on that day. And Arsalan was asked to do something and he didn't do. And what happens with the frustration? My cousin thought of punishing him. What she did, she took a little stick and hits him once. Guess what he did? He stood up and started laughing at her. And she got angry again. She hits him again. And the laughter increased. He went like, again. Now at this moment, she was so furious. What are you doing? And she hits him again. Guess what the outcome was? It was utterly in vain. He started laughing louder, and she couldn't do anything. And she cried all of a sudden because he did a funny face. So she chose to do a punishment that actually did not work. Another day, I was around in my cousin's house. The same Arsalan was having a little fight with his elder brother, Ayman. All of a sudden, I called his name, Arsalan, and he started screaming and ran upstairs and locked himself in the room. I went upstairs and I asked him, hey, look, what's happening? What did you do? And he actually cornered himself. And he was shivering and shaking, and he goes, no, don't come near to me. I'm like, hang on a second, what happened? Why did you run upstairs? Why are you shivering? Why are you scared? He goes, you're going to beat me? And I'm like, did I ever beat you in the past? No. Then what makes you to think that I'm going to beat you? Hey, come here, come here. And I grabbed him, and I asked him to sit on my lap, and I hugged him. And I softened my voice. And I told him, look, what's wrong? What happened? Tell me. I'm not going to beat you. I told you. And then he actually started to open himself up. Well, when I was listening to the story, obviously, it was a play and he wasn't wrong. But he was scared that I'm going to beat him because of his past experience from his mom. So there are tons of materials and resources available online. Particularly, I was recommended a great book written by a doctor, psychologist in America, called The Incredible Years by Caroline Webster. I would strongly recommend you to find more resources and materials available to educate ourselves. Because ultimately, we want our children to be better in the future. But you know what? If we want to be a parent who does a scary thing like that, the child is not going to come to us if there is a problem. So we don't want to be that parent. Chuck that away to the side. But rather, if we are going to be friendly, like this parent, the child will approach us and we will be the first person for the child to come if there is any issue. So we rather be the mentors for our children than them going to their own friends and so on and so forth. So, to sum up my talk today, let's go and find different resources to develop ourselves, to develop our skills and knowledge, to be a positive parent so that we can bring up our children to be the leaders for the future. Thank you so much.